Yo, what's good, everyone? It's your boys, Jimmy, Daz, and Deffer. Right, lads.
Hello,
Hello.
mate.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, mate. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. How about you guys?
Yeah, pretty,
Pretty.
pretty good. Because today we're talking through a whole bunch of our favorite albums from May, and holy Mary, what a month it was.
Mammoth May.
Yeah, man. It was. Yeah, it was stacked up.
It was stacked up. It was. Like I don't know, getting to getting halfway through. We're halfway through the year, right? So in a few months' time, we're gonna have to seriously start thinking about like the album of the year lists, and there's gonna be a good few of these kicking around.
Yeah,
Maybe fairly high up in that list.
I'm always thinking about the album of the year list,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah, it's an ongoing process, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot in here that. Yeah. I wonder whether the rest of the year is going to be as mental, as like densely compact.
Well, we've got Black Dahlia Murder dropping very soon.
Yeah.
Undeath's coming as well.
Stab wounds.
Yeah, 200 stab wounds this month. Woo!
Yeah, this month. Yeah, shit.
Blood
Yeah.
Incantation, that's got to be coming, hasn't it?
That's due in it this year.
Yeah. I mean, that's just
Ulcerate, that'll be a massive one.
Ulcerate, that's this month. That's like 5 biggies, mate, off the top.
Yeah.
Top of the dome there. That it's not going to slow down, is it?
No.
It's going to get worse, boys. Come on.
Worse.
It's going to get worse.
It's going to get better. It's going to get better.
You think you know what you've got, and then you're going to have to scrap it, and we're going to have to do that fucking list all over again. I'm telling you now.
That's why, like the last year, I just visited towards the end of the year.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah,
written down, and then at the end of the year, I just went, yeah, bosh. It wasn't that easy. There was a lot of stress, but like, I found that a little bit easier than keeping it like an ongoing tab. But that's the game we play, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What a game!
Yeah, Def loves this game.
He loves it.
I love this game.
Right, so pack your cases, lads, because make sure your esters are in date, because the first 7 albums are all in the USA.
Nice. American supremacy.
It is, isn't it? USA.
Yeah, man.
I am USA. A real American. Right, so the first album up then came out on the 17th of May on Metal Blade. It's the 6th album from Cognitive called Abhorrence. Deffer.
Wow.
This one has blown your block off, son, hasn't it?
Mate, it's just something else, mate, this album. Yeah. I mean, the last album was good. This one has really made a statement.
I was going to say, Def, right? I've got here, I'm putting this in the Archway Billis replicant category of bands that I really liked the last album. And this one has raised the bar, son.
Raised the bar big time, mate. I mean, I mean, this is the sort of tech death that I like.
Yes.
This replicant Archway, that's the standard tech death I like.
Yeah, mate.
And Cognitive have fucking nailed it on here, man.
She's a George Foreman, isn't it? This lean cut, no fat. Like it's 10 tracks, just over 35 minutes.
Perfect.
Like
mate.
Literally no messing about. Would you say, Dev, like technical death metal with nods to brutal death metal as well in there? There's like them like big slam parts in there, and
and probably that sort of old school deathcore when it was sort of when it was more listenable. You know what I mean? Some of those breakdowns,
early Whitechapel and
early Whitechapel. Yeah,
vocals sound very Bozeman.
Yeah, he's very Bozeman in the vocals.
I've got here. Put Bozeman, Travis Ryan, Travis Stannard in a NutriBullet.
Yes,
and that's what Shane Jost. You get his vocal. He's a fucking beast.
Yeah, when he gets those Travis Ryan sort of screams and those weird sort of vocal bits, it's so good, mate.
Creature cleans me, like
mate.
Abhorrence, A Pact Unholy, and As the Light Fades. There's those like creepy cleans in those 3 tracks.
Yeah, man.
They're so good, aren't they?
Mate, unreal. So good.
It's real memorable, this album, Beth. Like, there's loads of hooks and bits and bobs that stick with you, isn't there, on here? And I really like the last album, but I feel like they've really upped that memorability factor on this one.
They've upped it. Everything is more catchier. You can make out the breakdowns. You know what I mean? You come back to certain tracks, like Savor the Suffering for me. It's like a fucking Whitechapel track from Somatic Defilement. It's just nasty. It's heavy. It's got fucking everything you want in it. You know, there's solos in this album that stand out. I think Raw Scatch sort of has a nice melodic solo. Lunar Psychopathy has another mellow and sort of catchy solo. Just enough to wet the beaks, not too much. But they just drop them in these sort of nice moments that make you want to go back to these tracks and check them out again.
In my standout track is As the Light Fades. And it's got that wicked, clean, melodic section in the middle.
Yeah.
With that fucking beautiful guitar solo, man.
Oh, mate.
It's so good, isn't it?
So good. The tones on the guitar, mate, just sound fucking incredible.
The guitars are wicked on here, man. There's just like an endless stream of riffs and chunky fucking slam style breakdowns. Great lead work, like you said. It's the musicianship on here is like top tier, isn't it? It's like tight, precise, to the fucking point.
And it's the whole, and it goes in with like the soundscape of the album. It just sounds massive. Everything sounds bigger and better, improved.
Yeah.
And it's an absolute standout album. And I haven't stopped fucking listening to it, mate. I'll keep going back to it because it's just so damn good.
Yeah, I've done this a few times now, man. Like you said, Def, it was one I was like, oh, I like that last Cognitive album. I'll definitely be checking this one out. And then,
this one is like, wow.
Blew my expectations out of what made this like
man.
So good. It's up there with the Billis and Replicant albums, isn't it? In that sort of,
it's that quality. Like I said, production is fucking phenomenal as well on there.
Yeah.
I mean, the previous one sounded good, but I think you can hear that Metal Blade muscle on here.
Yeah.
Just that little bit more in it. The guitars sound better. The drums fill the tracks a bit more. Yeah. It's just a great mix. Nothing gets lost in the sound.
No, absolutely not. Like if you dig the more technical side of death metal, like this is a no-brainer, honestly. Like get stuck into this. Cognitive of the band, Abhorrence is the name of the record. Okay, next album then is the debut from Darkness Everywhere called To Conquer Eternal Damnation. This came out on the 10th of May on Creator Destructor. Like we've had some great mellow death recently. Like Majesty's last year, Upon Stone this year. You can add Darkness Everywhere to that list, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go on, Dad. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, it's just fucking, I'll tell you, it reminds me of old Darkest Hour.
Yeah.
Like hidden Hands, So Sedated, So Secure sort of era.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's got that timeless feel. Like it could have been plucked from any time from the mid-90s to the mid-noughties, this record.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? It's I think my notes say like At the Gates rocking with Darkest Hour.
Yeah.
And it's
well, yeah. I mean, there's Dark Tranquility in here as well, and like a nice bit of Arch Enemy as well.
Early Arch Enemy, I've got. That's what I've got. Yeah.
You know, they've sort of drawn from a lot of inspiration from that sort of era.
But like we said with Upon Stone, like loads of bands try that to pluck little bits, but what they don't do is like write good songs or memorable songs. Do you know what I mean? Like you can take sounds, but it doesn't mean you're gonna make great songs. But like there's not one wasted second on here, this album. Like it's like we said with Cognitive, it's George Foreman's got his stamp all over this month. Like I think it's like vibrant, it's urgent. It was 10 tracks under 28 minutes, I think.
It's 27 minutes. It's amazing. It's perfect, mate.
No track is over 3.5 minutes. It's mad.
Yeah. Just distilled it down to its purest form.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yes, like they've taken it to a distillery and they've and they've only served it when they've got the perfect vintage. That's what they've done here. It's like first class musicianship, man. Like Cameron Stuckey is a one man riff solo machine.
Yes.
Like the guitar work on here is flawless. Like I've been watching a lot of his videos on Instagram, and man, that geezer can fucking shred. Honestly, so good.
It's a very Moorish record, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
You know, you can just spin it a couple of times and always find a nice little noodling part.
I always find Melodeath, if they get it right with a Melodeath album, it's one of the catchiest genres you can listen to. And I think this is no exception. I mean, standouts near that solo in The Final Descent. It's got a proper like power metal feel to it.
Oh, definitely. I've got here like every track is brilliant, but The Final Descent.
There we go, mate. Come on.
It's like pure early In Flames.
Yes.
Love letter writing.
Yeah.
It's a fucking stunning track.
It's incredible, mate. Incredible.
Yeah. Ben Murray with that super powerful vocal performance on here as well. Like you said, that there's like hints of it's just John Henry, isn't it? From
yeah.
Hour. Like he's got that like ferocity behind his voice.
Yeah, he sounds great. Like I think that, you know, when you're doing Melodeath, you have to have the vocals, don't you?
Yeah,
everything has to like fit, and they've got all the elements to create a quality record.
Yeah, absolutely. The drumming on here as well. I think it's Ben is the drummer as well as the vocalist.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Wow.
So I mean, fucking hell, mate, save some talent. Like,
mate, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
There's a little bit. You know, I love my ride cymbal. Ding ding ding. There's a little bit in here in the title track, man, where he hits that ride cymbal. Hook that up into my veins. Like it's so good. And the production as well. Zach Oren, I think he plays bass on here and produced it. So cool. It's all done so in house. Like it's beautifully crisp, that production, but with like loads of punch. Like it's really like crystal clear clarity.
Yeah.
And I think you have to have that when you've got this style of music.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Man, it's a whopper, this album, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Came out left field for me, really. I remember seeing it, like the artwork. The
artwork's proper standout, isn't it? That's proper standout artwork, man.
Yeah, it is. Does anybody happen to know who did it? I didn't get.
It is.
On that. It's not Adam Burke, is it?
It is.
It does look a bit Burke-y.
It is. It is Adam Burke.
Wow, massive. That's huge.
Yeah, there you go, mate. I think
the whole package.
Yeah, definitely.
That's it. That's what you need.
I saw the Upon Stone homies like teasing it when they were putting out the singles and stuff, and I was like, oh, well, if they like this,
fucking
got to keep an eye on it.
I mean, it's done the rounds on Twitter as well, which is good. Like, you know, it did take off.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking at the track listing like before I push play, and like they've got a song title called "In Blood They Will Drown," and I was like, fucking, I'm in.
Yeah, there you go. That's enough for me.
Yeah, that's enough.
That's enough fucking hard, isn't it? That title.
It's so hard, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, if mellow yes, more like, mate. Like
mellow yes.
If you're into your mellow death or your OG metalcore like Darkest Hour, like we said, then Darkness
this
Everywhere.
Is like quality record.
Yeah, real quality, mate. In a month of real quality, this is right up there.
Yeah, man, it stood its ground, didn't it, amongst the whoppers of the month.
Yeah, really has. So yeah, To Conquer Eternal Damnation is the record, and Darkness Everywhere is the band. Oh, hold on to it, Daz. Hold on to your trucker hat, son.
Yeah.
I'll hold on to mine.
Go on.
Because it's the third album from Gatecreeper.
Oh, shit.
Dark Superstition, boy. 17th of May, Nuclear Blast. Straight, it's their best album to date.
Yeah.
It's the album that will take them into the stratosphere to bigger venues. What a record.
What an absolute sizzler this is.
Yeah. Worth every second of the wait it's been for this to come out.
Yeah, it really is.
You think it's mad? We first heard Caught in the Treads nearly a year ago.
Yeah. Stop.
Mate, what fucking memory that was.
Yeah. So obviously, I imagine most people have heard this because it's there's been a lot of chat about it. Glad to see that most of it is like positive.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot more melody injected into this record, and it adds so much variety to their sound. It suits them so much.
Yeah, it does. It really does. That balance between sort of like early In Flames, even like, Clayman level In Flames and Dismember into the core Gatecreeper sound is like the perfect trilogy, mate. The triangle
Yeah,
of HM2, mate.
There's little nods to like Paradise Lost in here as well.
Lost, yeah, definitely some goth moments.
Like gothy. And Chase wears a Sisters of Mercy shirt quite regularly, so it's no surprise that
he knows what's up.
Yeah. A lot of the melody comes from the guitar work from our mate Eric and Izzy as well, doesn't it? Like Eric's always been a fucking riff beast, but I think they've got the perfect tag team partner now in Izzy. Like, I really think those two complement each other so well, and the increased lead work on here as well is fucking wicked. Adds so much flavor and color to their sound.
Yeah, the lead work.
It just shows how many ideas they have as a band. You know what I mean?
It's weird because like it almost feels like it's imperative, but it wasn't that predominant before.
I feel like that does. I feel.
No,
like
I mean it's fucking
really
weird.
should.
It's only since we're talking about it, I've sort of started to think about it. It's like it feels like it's always been there because that's how natural it is, but it's not. But it's been absent.
Exactly that. It's kind of like when Frozen Soul added some, and Celestial Sanctuary added solos on their second. It's not Gatecreeper's second record, but just put solos in your music, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so good. I'll tell you what, I was listening to this the other day for the 700th time, and something that hit me was how clever the sequencing is on this record, because it starts with Dead Star, which is like a more melodic track. Then it goes into a Gatecreeper old school banger. Then you've got Black Curtain, which is like a more melodic
anthem.
Then it goes into an old school Gatecreeper banger. It's almost like they've deliberately. Do you know what I mean? Like,
for sure that like without any sort of doubts, really. Like if we were to ask them about that, they would be like, "That's a very, deliberate thing."
Yeah, definitely. Because it doesn't like throw you off center with, oh, this is Gatecreeper sound different now, because it's so well like structured.
The pacing of the album from front to back's fucking amazing, especially with the old Tears from the Sky at the Death Doom belter at the end.
Oh, mate.
It's like perfect way to close that out.
Do you think that's the best example of that sound that they've done to date?
Yeah. They sort of hinted on the EP, didn't they, with that final track? But I think this one is more memorable. This one's more of a standout track. You showed that they've written a classic basically, and they can write a 6-minute track with if they could do that, they can do anything.
They can do anything.
They can write a 6-minute.
They can do it all, mate.
Yeah, they can.
You've got to be a bit concerned if they're coming for your genre next.
Yeah. Like, there's so many highlights on here, but Dead Star is a perfect song.
Oh, Dead Star, mate!
Literally a perfect song.
Chilling Aura is like song of the year, possibly up there as well.
That's my favorite track. Chilling Aura is unreal. Yeah,
Chilling Aura is fucking unbelievable.
That is proper In Flames. That is proper In Flames, mate.
And you got Taken for Dead as well. 2-minute 40 hardcore punk banger. That is
exactly. That's it.
And then you've got Dark Curtain, like you mentioned, but that's like Partway Drive, isn't it? It's got that sort of stadium sort of feel about it, isn't it?
Paradise Lost vibes to it.
Yeah, mental, proper like death metal Lighters in the Air track.
But that is a perfect example of a track that, in context of a record, sounds so good. Like, it's such a brilliant song. It's simple. But you can tell it's going to be big when they play it.
It's big.
Yeah. Absolutely no question. Chase's best vocal performance.
Oh my God, mate! What the fuck happened to him?
I don't think for pure power he can be touched. Right,
I don't think so. Like, I actually felt the G-force in my face coming out of the speakers. Like,
what he does is he's got that, he's added that sort of melancholic aura now to his vocals, but then at a flick, he gives you that raw throwback of what he's had on previous albums. And to do that, mate, it's just, it suits this new sounding Gatecreeper, or this territory that they're going in. But
he can do it all.
He could do it all. Yeah, he's the fucking, it's the Tash, isn't it?
You know,
Tash has got power, mate.
But it's just like, you know, there's a lot of really high highs in here.
Yeah, they're really good.
There's a lot of really, really guttural lows in here as well, along with his like mid-ranged, you know, trademark, you know, Chase vocal
like a
style.
bark, innit?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, fucking unbelievable, man, this record.
Man. Yeah.
So good.
Everything about it spot on. Production from Kurt Blue, of course.
Yeah.
It's always going to sound huge, isn't it? Yeah.
I love the artwork as well. I love the colours, the greens. Like, it adds so much to the
little purples. It just makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it's obviously, this is an album about is it Superstition Mountain Range, isn't it?
It's sort of like occult stuff in the desert and stuff like that, isn't it?
And the artwork and the colours really tie into that, don't they? It's so cool, man.
But you know, like the like Chase, I think from the interviews and stuff that I've been watching, like he's like kind of like the main driving force behind like the packaging and stuff. Like he's a bit like you know, we were talking about Garea and Ghost with their like production, like from the jump. Like, he's very much like, Chase knows what he's doing, right? He knows
he's
like
got
how to package it, how it's gonna like be structured. He's got a vision. And like, fucking hell, mate, like, it's unbelievable, mate. They had a few goals that they wanted to achieve, and they've come out onto the football pitch and hit that Wayne Rooney overhead kick, mate.
Yeah. Spanked it top corner.
Spanked it top bins.
Yeah, beating your rival.
Yeah. Fucking slapped you on the face with their fucking massive dicks. Have a bit of that.
I just like, this is like, they're a band with no ceiling for me.
No, mate.
No.
Like, who knows where this band will go? I mean,
there's clapping in Flesh Habit.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that many people pick up on that, but like, it's really subtle. But if you've got a really good pair of headphones, you can hear the like,
that's
like in the background, of the like kind of chorus part, and I was like, fucking hell.
That's probably the track that's way different, isn't it? That's probably the one that you think, fucking hell, is this Gatecreeper?
Yeah,
it's really, really strange, but
it's
really
catchy,
good.
Man.
It's super catchy, but
it's really subtle. It's not like
it is.
in your face, like, oh fuck me, they got clapping. Because as I said, I haven't seen many people like comment on that element of the album, but it's definitely in there.
Do you know what I need? Do you know what we need? A in-studio documentary of the making of this record.
Oh, mate, do you know what? I bet we'll get one. I bet you will get one.
Get it on YouTube. We'd love that.
2 hours long, Def. I'll lap that up.
Oh, I will lap it up as well. We love that. We love that.
We can ask him.
Yes.
Yeah, we definitely.
When we come off air, I'll ping him a message.
We will definitely be getting them on again very soon.
Oh, mate, yeah.
For a good old chat about this. But yeah, arena ready death metal from the Kings.
Yeah.
Gatecreeper, Dark Superstition. What a record, lads. Talking about what a record. This is one that came out of nowhere from a band I've not even heard of at the start of this month. It's the 4th album from a band called Hemotoxin. It's called When Time Becomes Lost, and this came out on the 17th of May on Pulverized Records. So this is like a great blend of death metal, thrash with progressive flourishes. Like, there's hints of blood incantation in here. There's hints of like the death influence is obvious.
Yeah, that's massive.
But it's got its own personality. This, mate, this album is so fucking cool.
Yeah, it's fucking. We love it when albums like this come out. You'd never heard of the band. 4 albums in. Oh yeah, we'll just try it. And it's like, holy shit, it's just fucking 29 minutes of literally, it grabs you by the throat, pins you down, and doesn't let go. It was that
brilliant artwork from Mark Cooper. The artwork really captures the feel and the vibe of this record. But yeah, it was that artwork that clawed me in. And then I was doing a bit of reading on. So this is Michael Chavez is the main.
He's the
The
mastermind,
brains, isn't he? He's from Doomsday.
That's
fucking
it.
sick.
Yes.
Crossover thrash.
Yeah, we love them,
mate. They're fucking wicked.
Yeah, and ripped to shreds as well.
Oh wow.
One of your favourites.
Newer. He's a new. He's just not. Yeah, he's a couple of years. I think he's one of the newer ones. Yeah, yes.
Buckets of talent, bruv.
Oh yeah. He's got that real chuckness to his voice, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh God, mate.
Do you know what it's like? That when you hear a voice like, it's like putting on your favourite pair of slippers, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so like, oh God, I just love that sound. It's so good. Andrew Lee's on here as well, Def.
Yeah, he mixed the album as well.
Yeah, not the lad we went to school with. Not Diane Lee's brother. It's Diane
Lee.
It's the lad from
Diane Lee. That's the best. Yeah, Andrew Lee. Yeah, again, you could hear he guest solos, and you know exactly when it comes in because that Pharmacist album, when those fucking grindcore beats, when those fucking solos come in, mate. As soon as I heard it, I was like, fucking hell, that sounds very similar to that. And I thought it can't be. And then when you looked into it, it was like, it's just my old friend. It's my old mate. Yeah, fucking brilliant, mate.
There's so many wicked riffs on here, man. Like the track Malediction.
Mate, that breakdown. That when it goes, mate, that drop tempo, mate, when it changes out of nowhere, and it's just,
oh my God,
mate, get out of here, mate.
Get out of it. Real inventive as well, because there's some use of some really cool like different effects on the guitars as well, isn't there? They give them like so much variety. Like I love when albums drop like this, that you don't know who the band are, and then it just blows your wig off. Like
you see some of the members. I mean, it's fucking Scott Fuller, who used to be Morbid Angel. I mean, he was on the last Morbid Angel album, but I mean, he fucking annihilates that kit. All those around the world blasts. Like, you know what I mean? Blast beats, double kicks. It's like every track's fucking like double bass. And you're just like, what? You can tell he was in Morbid Angel. Fuck me. It's fucking chaos. Oh, it's amazing.
You got like that fucking wicked bass work, that Steve DiGiorgio style-y.
Yeah.
Conscious Descent, man. Listen to the bass playing on that.
Yes.
Like that fucking.
Yes.
What? I can't. It is a perfect straddling of thrash and death metal. This, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's the perfect midpoint between the two styles.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
Andrew Lee produced this, didn't he?
He was producer. Yeah, he's proper right on this.
Oh yeah, if this like feels really authentic to that time period that they take their influences from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's got a real like Death Human, that era sound to the production, hasn't it? It's and again, we said it with Darkness Everywhere. This comes in at under 29 minutes, this record.
Crazy. And there's so much happening as well. There's so much happening. There's so many different tempo drops. There's so many riffs. There's so many solo. It's just, it's fucking incredible album, mate. I know brilliant. It was really popular, but fucking unreal.
It's brilliant. It's got a bit of that sci-fi feel to it, like Blood Incantation have got as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think the cover gives you that sort of spacey, alien-y, out this world sort of thing. But for an album just to kick off without warning, that's what I like. No intro, bang, in straight away. Morbid Reflections, you're in, and that's it.
Yeah,
no fucking about, mate. If it's a 30-minute album, I want it. Hit me straight away, and it does it. So already, that's fucking. They're my best friends already.
Yeah, 29 minutes, man. You just want to spin this over and over.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I have done. Fuck me.
It's real addictive record. Yeah, same, man. Yeah, if you want an album that screams bloody thrash, this is the record for you. Sorry, Def. Hemotoxin is the name of the band, and When Time Becomes Lost.
That was fucking brilliant.
Is the name of the record. Oh, right, okay. We've spoken about one big whopper this month in Gatecreeper already. God. We've got another one for you. Knock Loose. You Won't Go Before You're Supposed To. Came out on the 10th of May on Pure Noise. This is the third album. Man, this band, the bigger and more popular they get, the fucking heavier and more abrasive they get. Like,
Yes.
I love that. You can tell they do not give a shit about anything other than just creating the nastiest noise that they possibly can. Like, they're not worried about like, oh, we've played Coachella now, so maybe we need to
tone down our sound. Nah,
there ain't none of that. Like, it's either you're coming with us or you're not. Like,
it's great to hear, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, the more mass they gain, the heavier they get. It's like a star.
Which is, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking great, though.
It's out of control now, does this stuff?
It's out of control. Well, I've put it in my notes, 27 minutes is kind of perfect because like the human body simply cannot endure this amount of sonic punishment for much longer than 27 minutes. You know, they must have done some studies, and then like after 27 minutes, people started to just fucking fall apart. Yeah. Yeah, I know, like, right. Enough.
Yeah. That's the perfect amount. Listen to that.
It is.
It's I'd somehow like and the more abrasive and heavier they get, somehow the songs are more memorable. They just like, this album seeps into your conscious with like every fucking listen. Like, it's so good. It's got like a kind of an eerie horror film vibe, hasn't
definitely it? Horror, definitely.
It's a very fucking weird album in terms of
atmosphere.
You know, the atmosphere. There's loads of fucking weird samples and like instrumental bits and distorted noises.
It's like they've gone how Code Orange were going.
It's there's just
that's terrible. Not it's a bit more like
it's very dark. It's very dark. Like, you know, the album cover, like, pretty much, I love it when they do that, when the art on the cover reflects kind of the feeling you get from listening to the music, and that's kind of what it is. Like, you kind of, I felt like you're kind of in the woods. I mean, particularly with Sit and Mourn, that opens up with like a sample of like birds chirping like in the woods.
Yeah.
Kind of just walking through in the dark, and then you kind of see this big like illuminated cross. It's so fucking, you know, disturbing at times, I felt.
It is, mate. Yeah. It's like a nightmare in audio form, this.
Yes.
Like,
it is.
Like, sonically, there ain't much fucking heavier than this.
Oh my god, mate.
This year.
It's like a wrecking ball.
It is. It's like that guitar tone is almost suffocating. It's that dense.
I can't. When you sort of listen, when A Different Shade of Blue came out, I mean, it sounded fucking heavy. You know what I mean? Those thrash parts that came in, that style of hardcore that they played. But when you listen to this, like I listened to A Different Shade, and then I listened to this, and it was like, this sounds so much raw and extreme, like basement hardcore. It's fucking ridiculous. From the change that they've gone from one extreme, and it's literally to another, but it's more catchier.
Yeah, I know, that's the thing.
The thrash in it, I don't know. That's why they're so good. That's why they are where they are.
Yeah. I've got it. It comes in waves, just going round in my head all the time, like that repeating line that comes into this. It's the one of the drums on here sound absolutely fucking colossal.
Sick, mate. Yes, mate.
There's a bit in Don't Reach For Me when it's just the bass and the drums playing.
Yes.
Oh my god, listen to that through your Sonys, man. Like, it's almost like drilling into your skull. It's that fucking heavy. He might be one of the best drummers in heavy music, full stop, right now.
He's fucking sick, man.
It's so inventive. And Isaac Hale, man, has got to be one of the most talented musicians in hardcore, hasn't he? Like, there's so much invention in his guitar playing. There's like loads of, you know, when you listen to Korn and Monkey and Head have them really like weird little guitar moments going on all the time, isn't there? And like, get back, there's loads of little out of the box guitar moments like that all over this record.
Yeah, there is.
It's just so inventive. I love this album. I fucking love this album. And the first time I heard it, I was a little bit like what have I? It took me by a complete shock. Do you know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck have I just listened to?
But I didn't expect it to be that like this.
Brutally savage.
It's fucking brilliant.
The more you listen to it, man.
And then you got Piece by Piece is a proper fucking stomper as well, mate. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the Chris Motionless.
Mate,
That's sort of I like that. I think that's
fucking brilliant.
Me too. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Like I saw, like I can't remember whether I saw some sort of like shit about that. Like people just like, oh well, you know. But like I was listening to it and I was like, it actually sounds fucking sick.
It's sick track.
It is.
It's a fucking sick track,
song.
mate. Yeah.
I think a lot of people. I think people thought that it wouldn't work. You know, when you see it,
it's kind of funny because I was like, Poppy's on here, Chris, and I was like, oh, does that mean they're going down a more commercially route? Does it?
Fuck yeah.
Like,
they're on the track and it's Knock Loose's rules, basically.
Yeah,
that's
Poppy sounds great on here as well.
Yeah, she's It's like Motionless sounds fucking sick.
Yeah,
mate.
he sounds sick, that's honestly.
Yeah, that's a sick track as well, man.
Yeah, it is a sick track. Yeah, Eye for an Eye.
Yeah.
Well, good, mate.
It's so good.
It's a solid song.
I know they're Marmite, but I love Brian Garris's vocals. And
yeah,
I actually feel like he's toned down a little bit of that higher. I feel like his register's a little bit lower on this.
Yeah,
but all you're wanting from a vocalist is someone who delivers it with savagery and ferocity and
like emotion to the track. Yeah, he does it.
No going through the paces with him, is there? Like going through the motions.
I think the thing is as well is that, like, you know, he's a young lad, and I think that, like, you know, God forbid if he had seen some of the shit that like people write about it, like, you could probably knock his confidence quite a bit, you know what I mean? But like instead he's like, well, I'm just going to carry on, and I'm in a band that's massive, and
I'm just going to get
a fucking idiot
savage
on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep doing what you're doing, Brian, mate. We got your back.
I love Isaac's death metal gutturals.
Oh,
mate, sick.
He's one of the best.
I would love to see. Is he in a death metal band? Like, was he in a death metal band?
Sure, we did about.
He was in Inclination?
He's in Inclination.
That's it, Inclination. Yeah,
but like, I'd love to like hear him do like a death metal EP or something.
Yeah, so would I. Like,
you know,
Taylor Young did
tracks or something.
Yeah.
Just have it'd be fucking great, mate.
Oh my god,
holy shit! But like, I feel like his vocal style's fucking incredibly good with this band because of the contrast.
Yeah,
like he comes in like he's like a super sub, mate.
Yeah.
He'll come in and just be like,
that's
like really.
It's like Legion of Doom tag team partners.
Yeah.
Just like they know when to tag in and out, don't they?
Yeah, they fucking do. It's fucking great, man. I mean,
it's
I don't know what to tell you.
It's the sickest record. Like, let me tell you, this is high up in my end of year list at the moment. Like that.
I feel like some people just can't handle it, innit? Like, it's just too heavy for them. I think they're probably just like, fucking hell. Like, my head's been turned to like slush.
Yeah, it is.
Which is fine.
It's a sonic battering. If it ain't you, just don't slag it off. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
move on.
Say it ain't for you, I'll move on. Yeah, agreed. But again, another under half an hour album that you just want to spin again and again and again. And
so much happening in such a short time.
You don't lose anything by investing in something like that, you know. 27 minutes.
No, definitely not. And they're taking over the world, aren't they?
They are. The world. That's it.
Whether you like it or not. Knock loose. You won't go before you're supposed to get.
You might do if you listen to this.
You might go and you don't want to. Right, okay, next album up then. What a record this is. It's the debut album from Mortal Wound. It's called The Anus of the World.
Brilliant.
It came out 24th of May on Misaku and Ojo Records, or if you're on streaming, it came out fucking yesterday probably.
Did it? It did come out.
Ages,
it did come out. Yeah, it was yesterday.
It did. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened with that.
But yeah, like barbaric, groove laden, 90s sounding death metal. It's like a fucking steamroller, this record, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's very fucking heavy. Vocally kind of sounds a bit like Sanguisugabog.
Yeah.
I thought, you know, it's got a bit of that Devin Swank edge on there.
Old Sam Shriver's on the vocals. They're like, he's got that putrid delivery.
Proper putrid, mate.
Yeah, to his vocals, isn't he? It's everything everything you're in for in this record is encapsulated in that first track.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like, right, here it is. This is what we do.
Yeah. Welcome to Mortal Wound.
Yeah. You're either in or you're
This
out.
is who we are. Yes.
It's fucking so good, man. Like, you get tempos shift from like dirgy, slower passages to blast beats to some of the fattest grooves that you'll hear this year. Like, when they lock into them grooves, man, holy shit. Like, listen to engulfed in liquid hellfire.
Fucking hell, mad.
That
Yes.
is a masterclass, man. That
Fucking great song title as well.
it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
The whole album's full of wicked song titles.
Yes, it is. Yeah, even the jungle wanted him dead.
Yeah.
The surf is gonna be bitching.
Very
Drug-filled cadaver.
Royally fucked over.
Very Fulci tropical sun in it type.
Yeah, it is a little
bit,
bit
mate,
like
yeah.
that.
Especially with
actually,
the samples in it that come in and out in it.
yeah.
But comedy sort of, that's sort of the more comedy side to it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the samples, Steph?
I know I mentioned it in our chat. I thought there was probably maybe a bit too many, but then when I listened to the album again, it's sort of like a story to it.
It's like a film score.
It's like a film. Yeah, it's basically like a film movie soundtrack. It makes sense after you listen to it. Some of those samples are very funny.
Yeah, they
I
are.
I was laughing.
Yeah.
But
I could probably do without them or some of them, but
it's that's what Tropical Sun had it as well. They don't have it as separate ones. They would have them at the beginning of track, but these ones, some of them are separate sort of tracks.
Well, then I was listening to this the other day actually, and I think there's only one. Is there, or maybe two? But like I was listening to it, and the samples are actually within the songs.
Yeah,
which I thought was a little bit odd because some of them are standalone tracks and the others are in the song.
I just don't even think about them, mate. I just press play and let the album play, and
it was easier the third time round.
It gives it like a bit of a fucked up horror war film.
Yeah,
it's definitely. I read that like, it was kind of like mainly centered around war films, mainly centered around like sort of Full Metal Jacket, Vietnam War, like Apocalypse Now, and all that sort of stuff. You definitely get that vibe.
Yeah, definitely.
From the album, you know, and I fucking love this album, man.
Yeah, so do I, mate. And the thing is, like, death metal is a saturated genre, right? There are a lot of bands and a lot of albums, and this will make them stand out from the pack. Like having that vibe to it will make it stand out. And you know, fair play to them, man. They might, you know, on coming albums they might drop them or they might trim them down. But I think
it's who they are. I think it's who they are. I think they'll keep them, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. You got to do what you
do.
Yeah,
I think so. It gives that different sort of feel to it. Yeah,
I mean they're a very successful band anyway. I mean, you know, they only released I think a split and an EP.
Yeah,
and I think like a lot of eyes and ears were on them from the EP for years. Like this has been a quite anticipated release.
Yeah, it really has.
So, do
you think I'll Poor Homie on the cover is one of the characters from the samples? He's having a bad day, isn't he? Like,
he's gotta be. He's fucking gotta be.
Yeah, covered in it's like he's got napalm and stuff on him.
Yeah,
or what have you, but
yeah, it's like it's that proper. It's a cartoon, but it's like proper war themed, isn't it? You can imagine him in the jungle, like just being blown up, and he's fucking. It sounds really good as well. This record.
The guitar tones are fucking crushing, man.
Yeah, it's got enough dirt to it, but all the riffs are nice and clear.
Yeah, the production's very good. Yeah, you fucking hear everything, man.
Yeah,
it's just real like a filthy fucking death metal outing, isn't it?
Putrid, dirty, filthy. Yeah, groovy.
You know,
funny.
They're not reinventing the wheel or anything. They're just.
It's what we want, though, isn't it? Yeah. As soon as you play it, you hear those grooves. You're like, "This is what I want."
Yeah, that's it.
This is what I fucking want. Yeah, and that's what they do. They deliver it, man, brilliantly.
They do. They do that.
It's a nice wheel, man.
It's a lovely wheel.
I love the wheel.
So yeah, if you like your sort of groovy 90s sort of sounding death metal album, get on this. Mortal Wound is the name of the band, and the Emirates Stadium is the name of the record. But hey, not really. It's the anus of the world.
Boring.
Oi, oi, oi.
We're just going to stop recording now, ladies and gentlemen, so we could just fix that
technical error.
technical error that we've just had. And we're back.
Right, for one war-themed.
Oh my goodness me.
Album.
We go in there, Jim.
We are going there, Def. Primitive Warfare is the name of the band. Extinction Protocol is the name of the record. This came out on the 10th of May on Gods of War Productions. Def, another two-piece making an absolutely fierce racket.
This has got to be one of the most brutal sounding albums I've heard this year. From 2 people to do this, mate. I mean, this is full on war metal, mate.
And it's 2 dudes from Demise of Death, which
when you told me that, I couldn't believe it, because they're what their names? They're listed as guns, aren't they?
PU239.
Yeah, and U235.
Yeah, the 2 dudes behind it. But yeah, they're both in Demise, which it's
and this ain't sounding nothing like Demise, mate.
Oh,
this is fucking carnage.
This is like Death, Antichrist Siege Machine's brother.
Yes.
Like they're like like in England, cities are twinned with cities in France and Germany.
Yes, this is the twin brother. Yeah, fucking mate, spot on.
It is, isn't it? Like a punishing fucking assault on the senses, isn't it? This.
It's just non-stop, mate. It's fucking full force, mate. It's
I'm starting to love this sort of music, Def.
I love it, mate. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's got it's got those death metal elements in it. So grindcore, black metal. It's you can hear it doesn't slow down. It's just pure heaviness. But
Death grind freaks dream, mate.
It's fucking heavier than that, I think, mate.
Yeah,
You basically end up as what you'd look like on the album cover. Over that fucking thing, mate.
That poor sod on the face.
Poor sod, that's you, mate, after you've listened to this. That's what it fucking does to you, man.
I'll tell you what they do, Def, which Antichrist Siege Machine did as well brilliantly. There's moments where they'll lock into these like real cool, slower grooves to just allow you to get your breath back for a bit, and then they'll unleash all hell again. Like,
yeah.
But
I love those moments of like fucking groove where you're like,
Death's face. You could tell Death loves it.
It's fucking incredible. And I'll tell you who else loves this as well, who was proper on this, Igor Cavalera.
Yes.
Nice.
He fucking loves it. That is a fucking good one. Yeah, exactly.
Def, I'll tell you why he loves this, because the drumming on this record is
get out of here, mate.
Insane. There's a track, Witness. Listen to the fucking drums in Witness. It's like it's blasting, but then it slows down for a second in a sort of a different groove, and then it goes off again, and then it goes back into. I can't explain how good
the technicality in this album is ridiculous with the guitars and the drums.
Yeah,
it's just it's fucking insanity, mate.
It is. You've got that dual vocal approach of them like maniacal barks and then fucking sick.
I love that
gutturals. Yeah, it's because I think if this kind of music Death had one style of vocal approach, it would
you get bored of it because it feel repetitive. Yeah,
but you never do on this, do you?
No. It's fucking something else, man. Daz, did you do this?
He's sorting his dog out.
Oh, he's sorting his dog out. But it's just
U235, mate, on the guitars. He's just cranking out like the riffs. It's definitely the influence from black metal, death metal, and grindcore, isn't there? So it's constantly switching up those riffs. And I'll tell you what I really love as well, Def. We've just spoken about samples. There's some really cool wartime radio broadcast samples.
Eerie, very eerie.
You just feel like you're in the trenches, don't you?
Yeah, man. This feels more like, as soon as you listen to it like with headphones, you feel like you're there.
Approach, though,
it's fucking hell, mate.
There ain't no sense of humor here.
This mate. There's fuck me, no. This is pure fucking hell, mate.
Unleashed. I've this and Antichrist Siege Machine, Def. I've played a fair bit.
Yeah.
You're
getting into it now, isn't it? It's rubbing off now, isn't it?
I think the death metal, mate. It's because he's got so much death metal in it.
Yeah.
That's the thing that gets me, I think.
The death metal grooves, the grindcore pace, and those black metal atmosphere accents.
Yeah,
it's how can you not like what? It's a fucking perfect match if it's done properly. If it's done properly, and I feel this
they've done
is
this properly,
done. They've executed it perfectly on here.
Absolutely, man. If you haven't had your fill of barbaric noise this year, then this is the record for you, man.
Jesus.
Primitive Warfare Extinction Protocol is the name of the record. Right, okay, we're finally packing our bags, lads. We're off to Denmark for this next record. It's the second album from Strychnos. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Armageddon Patronage is the name of the record. This came out on the 17th of May on Dark Descent Records. Some really powerful, evil, majestic sounding black and death metal, isn't it?
Yeah. How did you guys get on with it?
Oh, I love this death. Sorry.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
I liked the last album. I don't know. I wasn't really looking forward to doing this. I just thought it was going to be a slog, but there's so much more in this album than the debut. That it's
a lot. Two different bands.
Yeah, it's got that melancholic side that they brought on this album. It just feels so much better.
Yeah, I mean the comparisons to Behemoth are obvious.
Yeah,
but if you enjoy them, then you've got to check out this record. So it's like simple as that, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's that Martin Leff Anderson, isn't it? Who's in Undergang.
Yes. Yeah.
Which he was in the band for like ages because this band formed in '98.
Holy shit.
They formed in '98 and only really recently released the debut album. And I was quite surprised to see this follow-up come so quickly, considering how long they've had without dropping any material.
In the flow now, mate. Like
in the flow, yeah. And why not, mate? Strike when the iron's hot, because this album's fucking unbelievable, mate.
Yeah,
it's like so brilliantly well balanced. I thought when I listened to this, it's so well balanced, and exceptionally well executed.
Yeah,
and it brings you the terror and the misery that you expect from an album like this.
Yeah, this has got like a horror. This has got like a horror feel to it as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it has.
With the atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Like, there's that song "Choking Salvation," mate. Just like fucking, you can smell the evil, mate.
Yeah, it's got like that haunting, slower pace to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, mate. It's got those samples of like the children crying and that.
Yeah, it's
like,
fucking
screaming
harrowing,
and stuff.
isn't it? Yeah,
fucking bleak, mate. That is.
Yeah, it is.
That is a fucking, the winner of bleakest song of the year, man.
It's really dynamic, this record. Like their opening track, "Winds Warning the Final Storm," it's got really cool like sitar in there. Definitely reminded me of "Wherever I May Roam."
Yes,
it's got that "Wherever I May Roam" vibe, only in a darker
setting,
death metal feel.
Yeah,
like do you know what I mean? Like it's got that eerie vibe to it. But there's some really cool like dark melodies all over. Like listen to the intro of "Endless Void Dimension."
Oh mate, that's a great fucking song.
That's the one, man.
There's
that's
like
the one.
Synths and bits and bobs in there, isn't there? That like just feels like really ominous. Like something.
And there's like the quiet. There's choir like chants in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, very tastefully done those are as well.
Very Paradise Lost. I got from that.
Yes,
in the sort of the feel, that really stood out, that track for me.
Yeah,
that's a great track. And then Black Pale Birds,
great track.
Another one of those sort of really atmospheric tracks as well, with like the crows.
Yeah,
and those haunting leads.
That mid-pace stomping riff in that.
Oh my god, mate!
Fucking wicked.
Sweeping
Storm of Suicide, fucking quality. It's fucking what a job they've done, mate.
They have done a great job.
I like this sound. This sound is
me too.
My cup of tea. You can hear and you can appreciate what it is. You know what I mean? They've they up the tempo when they need to. They slow it down. They get more this doom-filled atmosphere in there. Yeah. But this is the Strychnos that I like. And hopefully they go on from here, because I'm really impressed with this.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's just a really cohesive listen, isn't it, front to back.
Yeah. I think it's produced really well. It's got like plenty of heft in that low end. But there's so much power and clarity to it. Like everything's really sounds really big, doesn't it, when you listen to it? Really spacious. And yeah, like you said, that's Martin Leith Anderson's vocals. He's so commanding, isn't he? He's
and like, you know,
so
with the comparisons to kind of Behemoth, he doesn't sound like Nurgle.
No.
But there is parts where he kind of does sound like you know, the Satanist era kind of, you know, when he does the kind of more how would you explain it?
It's
the
kind of like chanting, like in
style
the middle of
things,
Endless Void Dimension. There's a bit in there where it's like clean vocals, but they're not like
they're almost like shouted. Like you know, that sort of Behemoth Nurgle shouted. You know, but aside from that,
I think the comparisons to them is just how classy this record sounds.
Yes,
it's a very classy sounding record. This,
it's fucking delicious, this album, mate.
Yeah, it's really.
So I keep going back to this quite a lot, actually. To be fair,
that's the sign, man.
It's a sign.
Yeah,
it's
man.
a sign, mate, that you all need to get on it.
Yeah, jump on this if you haven't already. A real strong record as well, worth your time. Strychnos are the band, and Armageddon Patronage is the name of the record. Oh God, Def, me and you have been talking about a fair bit. We're off to back to the USA for the 4th album from Take Offense, called Totality. It's coming the 10th of May on. I always say MNRK heavy, but I've heard some say Monarch heavy.
Really?
So, there you go. So they've been about for a while now, Take Offense. And this is the first time I've dived in on them, but this is like crossover hardcore, thrash, speed metal, but with a real 80s fucking heavy metal influence to it too. I fucking love
mate,
this record.
I cannot care fucking enough of this, mate.
Not me either.
Mate, me and you are thrash heads anyway. Deep down, me and you love our thrash, mate. And when you got that sort of Anthrax party mode thrash mixed with like Suicidal Tendencies, Biohazard, stomping, fuck me, mate. It's just not your average thrash album. There's so much in here, man, that just lightens up. It's like you said, it's a Tony Hawk sort of summer new wave sort of album. It's
skateboarding around Venice Beach, mate.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is, mate.
It's perfect. Like you can tell that they've studied at the school of those 80s guitar shredders on here, because there's some real like Andy LaRocque influence in the riffs, and Rocky George from Suicidal. Like, like I said, Def, in our chat, listen to Stolen Land and imagine King Diamond wailing over the top of that.
When you said that and I got to it, it was like, fucking hell, mate. Yeah, it's scary.
Also, Def, tell me if the opening track, Greetings from Below, doesn't have you doing that Scott Ian stomp all around your house, like, I don't know, you're probably dead, to be honest.
Yeah, mate. What a way to open it out. And then you got SWO, that is literally fucking 10 times faster. Absolute rager, mate. Yeah. And then the one that got me, man, was If I'm Damned, So Be It. It was it had that sort of Rust in Peace sort of Megadeth style to it. And the main riff in Uncivilized Animals, mate, get the fuck out of here, mate. I was on my fucking arse, man. It was just, but you know, we hear, I know when you hear thrash, we go back and say, oh, it sounded very metallic, or it sounded very Megadeth. But if it sounds like that to me, I'm going to get excited about it, because it takes you back to the fucking good old days, mate. Yeah. And that's what I want to hear. And they fucking execute it on here, man.
But the fact that they do it through a hardcore filter just makes it 10 times fucking cooler. Like the guitars on this absolutely shred. Like guitarist Greg toured with Turnstile for a minute.
That's it.
Filled in. And I think you can tell where Turnstile probably drew a lot of their inspiration from their guitar tones and their lead stuff from Take Offense.
Yeah.
Like the solos on this record, Def. I've got that fucking 80s, early 90s thrash guitar god feel to them. The solos on it are outrageous.
Fucking ridiculous, mate.
I thought I would enjoy this record when I saw the like blurb in the email, but I did not think I would fucking love this record as much as I do.
Oh, I love it, mate. I love it. It was one of those where I knew we were sort of covering it, and I was like, fuck, you know what? I haven't done it. I completely forgot about it. And doing it was just, mate, I must have done this album about 3 times, or I'm going back to certain tracks because it's just so standout, man. Yeah. And like you said, it sounds fucking incredible. Nick Jet of Terror, innit? He fucking produces magic on here, man.
Oh, God. The production is outrageous. The crunchiest guitars you'll ever hear. Drums punching as hard as you'll ever hear. The bass is like real meaty, isn't it?
Fucking meaty, mate. Proper Oxo cube, mate.
Yeah,
meaty, mate.
It is, man. Like it's quite a long album for this genre. It's like 45 minutes, but there's so many ideas left that it just rips past.
It rips past, mate. And I like that it continues in, isn't it? There's no real sort of stop. It's just bang, 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 bang. Just
it even gets better in the back half as well.
Yes, and usually,
Beyond Flesh and Bone is my highlight. It's one of my favorite tracks.
Oh God, mate,
it's an anthem. It's an absolute anthem.
Yes.
And yeah, just there's like cowbell in Now or Never, which is like, oh my God, more cowbell, man. Like,
yeah, it was yeah.
I love when an album like this knocks you on your ass, Steph.
This, mate, this is going to be mentioned again, mate. This has just got everything I want in a thrash hardcore crossover album. It just hit, every track hits, man, so hard.
Wait till you're cruising around in the Magandef in the summer with this blaring.
Windows down, mate. Fucking hell, mate.
I've got to get this on, really, to be fair. I've done a couple of songs, but I haven't really sat down with it. But yeah,
Daz,
definitely a summertime album, innit? Windows down.
It is fucking brilliant. That Greetings from Below is one of the best opening tracks of the year. No question.
That sets off, mate.
Anthony Herrera's vocals are wicked as well, and he's got that cool fucking LA hardcore vibe.
Yeah, he's got some range, and he's got some serious range in those pipes, man.
I love this record.
Yeah,
like, honestly,
same, mate.
If you're into thrash,
yes,
100%, looking at you, mate. Nige Savage.
Yes, Nige, get on it, mate.
yeah, Nigel.
I expect to see I expect to see the vinyl picture on Twitter fucking imminently.
Yeah, I expect to get a message from Dan over the next few days saying, fucking listen to the album after
yes.
Quality. Take offense, totality, jump on that. Right then, boys, last few albums, and man, are they whoppers. Because this next record, staying in the USA, Terminal Nation, Echoes of the Devil's Den. This came out on the 3rd of May, $20 spin. If you thought Holocene Extinction was an angry album, have we got news for you?
It's like the not loose approach, isn't it? You think you know what you got, but fuck me.
They've just upped everything.
Mate, as I said when I first heard this, mate, this would turn Mahatma Gandhi into a merciless barbarian, mate.
It would, wouldn't it?
It's just pure baseball bat swinging justice death metal.
Yeah, and that's the end of the review. That's
it.
Terminal. Their Spotify bio just says Terminal Nation versus everybody.
Yeah, well, you sort of get that vibe.
Yeah, like it's hard as nails mixture of hardcore and death metal, isn't it? That's essentially what you're getting. It kind of feels like this is the album the world needs at the moment, with just like this endless stream of horrifying fucking news on a daily basis. This is like the soundtrack to these times, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, man. I think like when Def first listened to it, we were just like, the guest spots on this album are fucking pretty good.
I've got a little section on that, man.
Ooh. What, do you want to run us through it then, Def?
Take us to your action section, Def.
Def's Corner.
Welcome, everyone.
Def's Corner.
Written by the Victor, mate. Fucking hell, mate. You got Todd from Nails on there, mate.
Yeah,
brings that Nails flavour to the Nation gang, mate.
Yeah.
Jesse Leach, I was worried when I saw it because I thought I can't see how that's going to work.
Yeah, you can't picture it, can you?
You can't picture it, and especially with the track. I mean, that's a hard as nails fucking title, Merchants of Bloodshed. And you think, how the fuck is that going to work? But it does, mate. That dual vocal, he brings in his, that emotional style to in the finale bit, and it just fucking works.
I think that's one of the standout moments of 2024 when Jesse comes in on that track.
Yeah.
If he's sounding that good on this new Killswitch album,
oh Jesus, yes, mate. Yeah, and then you got Spikes Under the Bridge, Zach Vargas from Alicia, fucking carnage of track. And then you got Cemetery of Imposters, which is fucking one of the heaviest tracks.
Cemetery of Imposters.
Shit, Kay Kennedy, mate.
That is one of the coolest songs of the year.
Mate, that is fucking carnage.
One of my favourites, mate.
Fucking for what? 2 minutes 20? Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous.
That bit is fucking so good.
Yes, when he comes in, it's just like
good.
Oh, mate, tears it up, man.
Unbelievable.
And then Release the Serpents with Dwid.
Yeah.
I mean, homie from Integrity. Just
So good. He sounds fucking great. Absolutely fucking rager.
Absolutely.
And then it closes that song and the album actually with the old organs coming in. They got some organs that come in. I really, really enjoyed Empire and Decay, and then it goes straight into that beautiful kind of instrumental, doesn't it? Embers of Humanity, and it's a seamless transition because, like, to begin with, I was like, "Is this the same song?" Because you would think it's the same song. I had to tab out and be like, "Oh, it's two separate songs," but it flows as one. It's really tastefully done.
It's like an 80s Metallica instrumental. That
it is, mate. That's exactly what I've got. I know we're mentioning them again, but can't help it. That's what it sounds like.
I think it breaks up the album perfectly.
Yeah, I was going to say you really need it because it's like proper, fucking bludgeoning in at this record.
It is. Built for, Bullet for a Stone as that cool, like it's almost got like a chorus, melodic chorus to it.
Yeah,
it's really cool. Stan's putting in one of the most angriest, hate-filled vocal performances you'll likely to hear. Like, he doesn't sugarcoat a thing on this record, does he?
No.
Like, everyone's just a target.
Yeah.
I think his vocal ability is like through the roof on this. It's really stepped it up.
Yeah, I think
from Holocene Extinction, like the production's amazing.
It's a massive step up, mate.
Rejuvenated, and he sounds rejuvenated on here.
The vitriol he's just spitting, mate.
Yeah.
I've also put into my notes as well, like Stan's mosh call delivery is like unmatched in the scene.
There's one I wish I wrote down a song. It's almost like a gun click and then a sub drop.
Dying Alive. Is it Dying Alive?
And then it busts into this massive breakdown. It's
the gun. Yes,
the gun click.
Oh, mate, I can't.
Mate, and the artwork as well. Like, again, Dan Burke in it, done that. Is it Berkey?
Adam Burke.
Adam Burke.
Smash that out.
Guitars on here, Ricky, man. Like Tommy Robinson, the leader of the RDL, mate, the Rift Defense League. Let's put some context in that for like any listeners in other countries won't get that. Tommy Robinson,
but it's quite funny.
Don't look into him. Don't give him
so he's like a prominent right-wing activist, isn't he? But we just thought it was funny because
RDL.
The Rift Defense League.
Mate, it's still funny. You told us that you were going to say this like fucking day. It's still funny. It's just funny.
Yeah. Him and Dalton Rail just dropping sledgehammer riffs over this. Like,
fuck me, mate.
But it isn't just sledgehammer riffs. There's some really like cool atmospheric parts in here.
Yeah.
Like, there's some guitar lines in Empire and Decay.
Empire and Decay is a different sort of term. It's not a track you would
a bit more
really
like atmospheric doomy lines.
Real slowed down, isn't it? Melodic.
Kind of.
Yeah. Do you think this sound, what Terminal Nation have gone for, is the true Terminal Nation sound? Do you think this is like what Gatecreeper have done with Dark Superstition? I feel that's the sound Gatecreeper will always come into.
I think I think as you get better as musicians and writers and
I think it suits Terminal. Yeah, this sound, the way this album is done, it's more. This is how I want Terminal Nation to sound.
It's a big step up from Holocene Extinction.
Massive step up.
Yeah.
I think it puts them up there with the best of the bands in this.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
100%, mate. Great album this is.
Yeah, really, really fucking good.
Lots of nice little flavors.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, Terminal Nation, Echoes of the Devil's Den is the record. Okay, we're staying in the USA. Oh, another Daz, one of
Biggie.
your absolute favourites of the year. It's the second album. I'm gonna put Tzomplantli.
Yeah.
Tzomplantli, we'll call it that. Beating the Drums of Ancestral Force, one of the best album names of the year.
That is album name of the year, mate.
It's one of the best albums of the year, actually.
Came out 17th of May. Again, $20 win. So the debut set the groundwork, right? This like refines it, expands it. I think that, as you said, is like a realized version of their sound.
Yeah, it's I just think that this kind of comes out the gates at 100 miles an hour, doesn't it? Whereas I think the first album was quite slow.
I struggled with that first album.
I love it now.
Yeah.
I loved it then, but like I didn't spend enough time with it. But it is like very.
It's quite bitty. It's quite a bitty album.
Yeah.
It's quite this has got a much better flow to it.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie, man. Like, you know, you open up the album just with a death whistle blasting and fucking blast beats. It's the biggest dick energy of the year, mate.
Yeah.
With a guitar tone that can fucking split a mountain.
Yeah. That opening track literally tears out.
Yeah.
Your head is on them spikes, mate, on the album cover after that first track.
It's unbelievable.
I've got that. It's kind of a death metal hardcore doom hybrid.
Yeah.
With loads of if Neurosis were a hardcore band.
Well, that's a fucking great shot.
Because there's loads of that incorporation of like tribal instruments and bits and bobs. And I think what they've done on here, I think that incorporation on of like tribal drums and folk instruments on here, it's so seamless.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. Fully realized.
Yeah, fully realized. That's it. Yeah.
You know, and it's like Death Doom can be like a really tedious listening experience if it's not done very well. But this album's like thoroughly engaging.
Yeah.
You know, so many like brilliant little things going on all the time. Like, you know, it can be really, really savage, but then on the next flip of the coin, it's like stunningly beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, like almost like you're watching the sunrise or something, you know, after you've just like decapitated all your fucking enemies.
I agree, mate. Yeah.
It's weird.
I haven't written down song names here, but like the opening to track 5 is fucking brilliant. It's got like these nature samples in there.
Yeah.
That add a load of atmosphere. There's like those dark, brooding, evil as fuck sounding tribal chanting and drums on track 3 as well.
Yeah.
It's just, mate, I am here for those fucking beautiful clean guitars.
Yeah.
Come in. Track 4 and the start of track 6 have these really fucking nice, clean guitar parts that just add so much like atmosphere to this record.
So good.
And the drumming on track 6 as well.
Yeah.
Those double kicks, mate, they fucking break your ribs, man.
Yeah.
It's a really good album. Like to be able to get like, you know, I mean, how many members are in the band? 9
now. Yeah.
You know, and you wouldn't think that was the case necessarily.
Like I think having three guitarists really helps getting that tar thick.
Yeah.
Sound.
Oh, mate. Fucking hell.
They've upped the intensity and the heaviness from the debut somehow.
Big time.
This will crack your skull, man. It's that fucking.
And they'll add it to their rack.
I don't know how they've done it, actually, to be fair, because it is such a fucking, you know, it's another really dense record, isn't it? Sonically heavy.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe, you know, the doom element on here stands out more. There's more doom, there's more funeral doom, there's a lot slower moments. I just think it's, I don't know, maybe that focus makes it a bit different from, and doom is quite heavy as well, isn't it? And I think
there's like proper fucking breakdowns in this, mate.
And they stand out more as well. They stand out more.
Yeah, I think that's probably come across from old Spalba.
Survivor.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, so if you like that band, you're really gonna like this band. I would hope. Although they're not the same, but obviously
There's flavors of that.
there's flavors
Yeah.
of that there.
Yeah.
There's real cool, like this mid section of track 2 where it goes like full crowbar.
Oh, mate, track 2's the one, man.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's like a real melodic crowbar-y section in there. It sounds really cool. Like it sounds kind of timeless, this album. Like it's like could be an album from 1990 onwards. It's it's real fucking classic sounding record. But yeah, I think like the more you listen to this, the more layers unveil themselves.
Yeah.
This is like a real headphones on, immerse yourself record, isn't it? It's
100%. Yeah, a bit like a Dream Unending.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah. Different style, but
yeah,
get them headphones on and let it
saturate your melon.
Yeah, it's brilliant, man. Like a real unique band.
Yeah, definitely. I've never heard anything like it, mate.
No, me either. Can't
Really
wait to get old Big O on here, because I'm going to ask him for some recommendations for some more sort of where he got his influences from and stuff. So
yeah,
that's happening hopefully this month in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But yeah, like a real unique band and a fucking brilliant statement from them from this record. Yes, Tzomplantli are the band. Beating the Drums of Ancestral Force is the record. Well then, lads, last album, we're coming home to England for the debut album from Vaticinal Rites called Cascading Memories of Immortality. This came out on the 10th of May on Everlasting Spew. Oh, this is a really fucking wicked ode to 90s death metal, Immolation, Morbid Angel, Vital Remains, Nile, etc., etc. Like, if you love those bands, you need to be getting on Vaticinal Rites, man.
This was fucking sick, man.
It is. I liked it on first listen. Liked it even more second listen. I listened to it again this morning. I was like, yes, this is fucking. I am all in on this band now.
I really like the EP and I really like the album. And as you said, like to begin with, I was a little bit like lukewarm to it. Like I don't know why, but like I was just like, okay. So, but then I kind of found myself listening to it more and more, and I was like, well, there's definitely something here. Like, I mean, I find it quite interesting that like they have those list of influences, yet they sound like none of them.
Yeah.
Insane.
It's taking the
like,
vibe
it's really
of those
wild.
bands.
Yeah.
But that's it. Their songwriting's real inventive and real clever. So this isn't a rip-off of those bands whatsoever. Because
no, it's not.
Because they're putting their own stamp onto the genre. But if you like that classic death metal, then you will absolutely
love this shit. Yeah, it's fucking wicked, mate. It's a ripper, innit? What do you reckon, Dan?
Yeah, ripper, mate. Ripper. This is fucking something else, mate. Morbid Angel, Ackercock, Decapitated, Vital Remains, all that technicality is in there.
You love the old Angel, don't you? You love the old MA, mate. So is this quite high for you, or?
Yeah, you know, I said there was another album.
This is shut up. Is it,
mate? This is fucking, mate. This is something else, mate. I listened to it, and it's I like the EP. I wasn't really in on it too much.
Okay,
this is mate. This is fucking blown my fucking cock off, mate. Honestly, yeah.
Do you know what I think it definitely?
Holy shit, bro!
I think it's got the same kind of feel as the last Immolation album has to me.
Dirging.
Like, it's like every song is full of different riff patterns and transitions and tempo changes. So it's like constantly engaging this record.
And like you said, so Asphyxiation of Ecstasy is perfect. It's got those lovely black metal accents on the chorus riff, super fast, complex patterns.
Yeah.
And they, Andreas and Chris, they just sound so in tune with each other. It's like they're laughing at each other. Like, I'm doing this, And then, no, fuck you, mate. I'm gonna fucking do this. That's what it sounds like. And when I'm listening to it, it's just like, oh my
And you
fucking
got our boy
God.
Max on the
And
drums.
you got
holding it
Maxi
all
Baby. You
together.
got Maxi Baby on the drums, mate, with fucking double kicks, 4/4s, 2-step. He smashes the living shit out of that fucking kit, man.
He's the best. He's one of the best, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's so powerful and precise. His drumming is ridiculous.
This is just wizardry.
You're going to fucking keep quiet, won't you, Def, until I cracked you open?
I can't.
You
Yeah, but
stood
you know
there
what I'm
quiet
like.
and I was
I'm
like-
easy to crack open.
Yeah.
I can't hide these
I
things.
wondered
but-
why you were so quiet about it because I was like, he's
Yeah.
not fucking saying anything.
Oh God, no! I love this album. I think this is a really
Yeah.
fucking good album, mate. This
The
is
guitar
really
work,
real
Def,
good.
like you said, there's no the killer riffs. There's squealing lead work. There's like
Yes.
sweet picked fucking guitar lines. There's little dissonant moments that just come in every now and again.
There's little solo bowels of the devil. No, Gargantua. Bowels of fucking gargantuan solo, mate. Only a little bit. It's just a little teaser, but it's just enough.
The
Yeah.
one for me, mate. Siphoning Plasma from the Gods
Oh God,
is
yeah.
a
Yeah, that's a
fucking
fucking whopper,
masterclass.
mate. That is.
That's
Yeah.
like not. That's got real Nile vibes.
Nile,
Yeah,
proper
it's got
Nile,
that,
proper
yeah.
old Nile. Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful album, mate. I didn't think this again. It was a shock. I didn't think it would be. I thought, oh, it'd be listened to it a couple of times. Probably wouldn't, be an end of year sort of
Always.
album. But fuck me, yeah. This is on Topsters. Let's just say that.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. Good.
Yeah, I love it, mate.
I
Really,
just said
really impressed with
Siphoning
this.
Plasma, mate, was my highlight. It's not. The last track, that closing track, is world class.
Yeah,
death metal.
7 minutes, mate. Beautiful.
Put that on any classic death metal album you wish, and
It
it will
fits.
fucking
It fits.
mate. It will take the Daz Doorstep challenge with like any of those classic songs you want to name.
I don't want anyone turning up on my doorstep.
Really, Daz's address is in the episode description if you want.
Yeah.
But we've got to give a shout out, mate, to old Marcus on vocals.
Oh
Marcus
yeah, mate.
is
What
fucking hell, mate.
Ball C is.
It sounds like someone's opened a time capsule from 1993 and he's climbed out of it, and just fucking unleashed a death metal vocal.
That is the best fucking description ever. But I think he's a name we need to keep reminding people of because he's an absolute monster. I think if people
Brilliant
keep mentioning, death metal vocalists with the new wave of death metal, Marcus Broom has got to be mentioned in there, mate, because he's fucking something else. He matches that ghouly overtone of the album.
Yeah,
Perfectly.
really does, mate.
Perfectly.
Yeah,
Slamming it back on tomorrow. I'm going to make a note.
Slam it back on, mate.
Yeah, Marcus Broom sweeping up. Production is fucking spot on, man. Like it's got that evil vibe to it. I think it's the production that reminded me of the last Immolation album because the last Immolation album's evil sounding and it's like this has got so much clarity to it, hasn't it? Again, like the instruments are so just allowed to shine, all of them. But yeah, 9 songs, 35 minutes, mate. This is a perfect record when you're in the mood for that classic death metal. If you're in the mood for some classic death metal and you're fed up of the same old records over and over,
put this on.
Was this coming in Deaths to Lives?
Oh yeah.
Have you got it already? Have you...
I've got the pictures ready to take it, mate.
Have you? Oh,
it's cold. Yeah, mate. It's cold.
mate.
You know, if it's a death delivery, mate, it's a biggie. You know that. It's like all of us, isn't it? If you buy an album, I think, fuck, if I haven't listened to it, shit, Dazzle, Jim's bought it. I know it's fucking, it's good.
Yeah.
So we've taken the time to get it. Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah, son.
This is really fucking great death metal.
Fuck man, I'm doing it again. I do like it. I really like it, but it's just weird. Like it's kind of like I keep listening to it, and I'm like, I don't really know why I keep going back and listening to it, but something about it.
This is going to click with you at some point in big style.
I think, and it'll be massive. Yeah,
because I know when the Immolation album dropped, the last one. Like I know the first few times you listened to that, you weren't really not bothered about it, were you? And then I remember 6 months later, like an epiphany, and it was like, Immolation are the best band ever.
It was the capital letters WhatsApp, wasn't it?
Yeah,
capital letters message. This will get you, mate. I'm confident it will get you.
Do you know what that is? I reckon the next time, like, don't go back to it just when you're thinking, I'm in the mood to listen to some Immolation or some Morbid Angel. listen to this
Yeah.
instead. And
Well, I'm
then I
always in the
reckon it
mood for
might
that.
fucking, well,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm fucking always
Oh,
in
hold
the
on a
mood for
minute.
that, mate.
Yeah.
Every
That's when
day
I
is a
reckon it
Morbid
might
Angel
hit.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm going to do it, mate. I'll do it again.
wicked. Vaticinal Rites, Cascading Memories of Immortality is the record. So there you go. May wrapped up
In a nice, tidy little package
with a bow on top.
for you to get your fucking teeth into.
Lovely stuff. Yeah, let us
Beautiful.
know what your favourite albums of May were. As always, we love hearing
We love
that shit.
hearing all that. Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
yeah. Bits and bobs we might have missed. Twitter at Bangers P, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Bangers and Mosh Podcast. Search us up, you'll find us there. Until next time, party on, dudes.